Hey y'all, it's Courageous. The day is finally here. It is currently 11:30 p.m. Monday night in Korea, which means that I am less than 12 hours away from my voice feminization surgery. I had my pre-op appointment today, and ups and downs. The vocal exam is an experience I will never forget. They asked me if I had a gag reflex, and I said no, it wasn't that bad, and that was a lie. They put gauze under my tongue, and then they pull out your tongue, and then they try to shove a camera down your throat, not like all the way down, but like touching your uvula. So I gagged. No jokes, please. So they had to find another way to look at my vocal cords. So they actually had to anesthetize my throat and my vocal cords with some very bitter spray, which I choked on. And they told you don't swallow, don't swallow. Well, I didn't swallow because I couldn't. And while I was waiting for the anesthesia to kick in, it felt like I couldn't breathe, which is literally my worst nightmare. I've had so many nightmares about not being able to breathe after surgery, and in that moment it just felt real, like, oh god, it's finally here. So waiting for the anesthesia to kick in before I was able to swallow, and then they were able to perform the exam. I was shaken, to say the least. And then the voice results came back, and honestly, it was a little discouraging. I've always known that I've had a deep voice. That's just the reality. But, you know, I was talking to the surgeon, and he asked me if this was my natural speaking voice, and I was like, yes, untrained. This is me speaking. So he was like, okay. So showed me the voice results, and he showed me, he was like, okay, your untrained voice is sitting at 143, which is in the gender ambiguous range. The average increase for voice surgery is about 74 hertz. So 143 plus 74, that, or was it 145? It was 145. So 145 plus 74, that gets me up to 219, which is literally 1 hertz away from a feminine voice. You know, and I was like, okay, that's promising. You know, I was excited. But as it turns out, even my untrained voice is trained. So my actual untrained voice is 113, which is not only masculine, it's pretty low on the masculine scale. So with a 74 hertz increase, that gets me up to 187, which is gender ambiguous on its way to feminine. Of course, that's the low end. He said that with vocal training, I could get it up to 10, which is in the feminine range. Not to discourage me, but just to let me know that the reality is that getting the surgery by itself isn't a one-fix-all solution. It's going to take hard work, and that's something I've always known, but in that moment I did feel a little discouraged. That kind of just confirming what I already knew, I thought this was going to be some walk in the park if I could just go in and have a feminine voice at the end of it, 74 hertz in decrease is the average, so that's accounting for the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. I learned a lot about my voice today, and as it turns out, I have a vocal tremor. He showed me my chart, and when people are sustaining long notes, typically on a chart it just looks like one straight line, but mine literally looked like a Jackson Polk painting, just like polka dots. It was just, crazy ridges. So I am going to have to get the Botox injection. Also, I've always known that I was a heavy breather. Like anyone who's ever talked to me on the phone, it's like talking on the phone with Darth Vader. But as it turns out, I breathe 6 times harder than your average person. And I put 4 times more effort into speaking than your average person, which means that I am 10 times more than the average person in speaking, which is something I didn't know. And so all that means is to say that this is going to be a work in progress. I do have asymmetrical vocal folds. It very much favors my right. I did ask him if I would be a good candidate for the surgery, and he was honest with me, and he let me know that I'm a good candidate in the sense that with the surgery they can fix my asymmetrical vocal folds. And I'm also not in a 90 range, so not super, super low. But a good candidate in the sense of having a good natural resting place that with the surgery will put the voice already in a feminine range, without question. Not so much. So, yeah, just what every girl loves to hear on the eve of her surgery. The day is finally here, and I've been waiting for it for 2 years. I think the whole choking on anesthesia today experience just really rattled me. So the pre-surgery jitters are real, but honestly, I don't know if any of y'all ever felt like this, but sometimes I get in my head so much. I've even as I'm trying to fall asleep, right when I'm about to fall asleep, I have this fear of, actually falling asleep, so this is my first surgery, major surgery. I got my wisdom teeth out, and they stuck the needle in, and it was 10, 9, 8, 7. But this is my first surgery. And then just knowing that vocal rest for the next month in a foreign country, and thank God I have my friend Neela here with me. Once upon a time I thought I could go about this alone, and now thinking back, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I think some of my anxiety, or a large part of my anxiety, is coming from the fact that I've been off estrogen for the past 2 weeks. They ask you to go off estrogen before surgery because it can increase your risk of blood clots. So we definitely don't want that. But I definitely do think that that's a piece of the puzzle, and cannot wait for 48 hours after where I can finally start taking my estrogen again. Because I need my moans. I don't know what I'm so freaked out about. I just need to show up. It's not like I'm performing, though I am the star of the show. I just need to show up. They just kind of, stick the needle in. I'm out like light. Then I wake up and then my life is forever changed. It's exciting, but it's also scary. I had a conversation with my friend Neela, just kind of, talk about my pre-surgery jitters, and she made a very valid point, which is that any anxieties I have about the surgery, they're not unique to this point in time. The surgery is what the surgery is. That means being in Korea, going under, not being able to talk for a month. And if I don't do this today, nothing's going to change about my voice. If I wanted to revisit this in 5 or 10 years' time, it's the same situation. And that gave me a lot of clarity. It made me feel a lot better. And I've been waiting for this moment for so long, but now that it's finally here, it's getting real. I think being in quarantine for 2 weeks also just kind of rattled me. It's just hurdle after hurdle to get to this point. But it's all working out for the better good. I am excited. Thank you so much to everyone for donating and supporting me along for this journey. Couldn't have done it without every single one of y'all. This is just the first step in a long journey to come. Vocal rest, voice therapy. No pain, no gain. This is the voice that I was given in life, and that's something that I've always known, and it's a voice that has always been mine. And now I'm going to find my true voice. I should probably get some shut-eye, but I will be taking y'all along every step of the way. So you're also not allowed to eat past 8 p.m. until surgery time. No water past midnight. So probably nothing to do but sleep. But next time I see y'all, I will be at the surgery center. So, hello. I am at the surgery clinic, and they wasted no time. Already stuck me with an IV, so that's fun. It's actually, it's a pretty cute little setup. Say hi, Mila.
Hello.
But yeah, this is my little quarters.
Hey, y'all. This is Kara coming from you post-surgery. Say hello to my new sexy robot voice for the next couple of months. I had surgery yesterday and it was a lot for me mentally, so I didn't record as much as I had originally planned to. I did want to let you all know that the surgery was successful without complications. The surgeon shortened my vocal folds and fixed the asymmetry. Besides this lovely shiner, I am unscathed and now I'm just focusing on my recovery. The next part of this video is pre-recorded, but just wanted to say that I am alive and well.
If you're watching this, I have completed my voice feminization surgery, which is, up until this point, probably one of the biggest milestones in my life. And I'm so excited to be able to share that with y'all. That said, this is going to be a very challenging time for me. And it's going to be something that's very personal to me. You know, as I recover, as I try to find my new voice. So, honestly, I'm not sure when I'll feel comfortable sharing with y'all the progression of my voice. Rest assured, I will be documenting every step of the journey. And I appreciate y'all so much for following me along and supporting me. But I do ask for y'all's patience during this time. I don't know if it'll be a month or 2 months when y'all hear from me next. But I really do appreciate your thoughts, prayers, positive vibes. Send them all my way. I promise I'll be back when I'm ready to share with y'all. And this is Courageous signing off for the last time with this voice. In the meantime, please follow me along on Instagram at Courageous. Signing off for the last time. Keep courage, y'all. See you soon.